Coming in at number 10, we got three stocks for you. Goldman Sachs, Visa, and Nike. They are all up right now as the makeup of the Dow is getting a shakeup. These three companies are going to be replacing Bank of America, HP, and Alcoa on the index at the start of trading on September 23rd.
And ConAgra shares are down 6% today as the food company trims its outlook for 2014 after a slow start to its fiscal year. The maker of Chef Boyardee and Ready Whip now sees adjusted earnings in the range of $2.34 to $2.38. That is down from about $2.40 a share, only a few pennies, but, you know, pennies matter in economies like this, Julie Hyman.
Well, and speaking of economies like this, not only are people maybe not buying some of those food items, they're not buying clothing either. PVH is down more than 5% after the clothing company issued a weak outlook for the year. The owner of brands like Calvin Klein and Tommy Hilfiger taking a cautious stance on the remainder of the year because of what it says are uncertain economic conditions.
Number 7, Crocs down more than 2%, dropping to its lowest price it's seen since November. The maker of colorful plastic clogs is cutting its third quarter profit and sales forecast. Crocs says sales in the Americas region were weaker than anticipated in the current quarter.
I never tire of that colorful plastic clogs.
They are colorful. Look at the yellow. Wow.
It's a good-looking shoe.
I don't know about that, but all right.
Netflix, okay, it's up 6% today, jumping to an all-time high as it continues to regain investor confidence. The company's been recovering from those marketing missteps that angered customers a year ago, cratered the stock. Obviously, we've come a long way since then. CEO Reed Hastings winning customers with exclusive deals and original shows.
And Dell. Is it finally over? The PC maker in Silver Lake has secured enough votes to approve their proposed nearly $25 billion buyout. That's according to a person familiar with the matter. Billionaire activist investor Carl Icahn dropped his opposition to the deal yesterday.
Yes, he sure did. I talked to him about it. He said, look, you know, he thinks that Michael Dell and Silver Lake got away with a steal. He cites the board and faults the board for allowing it to happen, but he's not going to stand in the way anymore. And I mean, he is still exercising his appraisal rights, at least for the next 60 days. He's got 60 days to make the final decision on that one.
Yep, and he did make money, as he told us yesterday, or told you, I should say.
He made some money on it, so maybe you take the money and run in this particular case.
Yeah.
And it did affect some change.
Well, you know, it's
what are we going to do?
Look,
I'm
trading
sure
is like
we'll figure
flying,
out how to go on.
Look, any flight that lands safely is a good flight. Any trade that ends profitably is a good trade.
Yeah, you can't argue with that. All right, number 4 is BlackBerry. BlackBerry down more than 5%. The smartphone maker says it has cut its sales force and moved some staff to the U.S. This news comes as the company struggles with tepid demand for its range of BlackBerry 10 phones first introduced in January.
And Tesla up 3% today as Doherty becomes more bullish on the company's near-term outlook given price increases and margin growth. Tesla also outlining its European expansion plans a month after opening its first network for the Model S in Norway.
And number 2, we've got Urban Outfitters, a stock down 10%, worst performer in the S&P after saying its third quarter sales increases weaker than earlier in the year, weaker than some analysts anticipated. The teen clothing retailer says that comparable store sales have been rising at a, quote, mid-single-digit rate so far during the quarter.
All right, you hear the bell. Brings us to our number 1 stock of the day. It's Apple, down more than 2% right now as the company introduces 2 new iPhones. The latest models will come in a bevy of colors, 2 distinct designs. One is a cheaper one that's made of plastic, and another that aims to be, quote, the gold standard of smartphones. It actually reads your fingerprint, so some big security there.